God, this background sucks, but I'm lazy and I'm running out of time to film this before it gets dark. So we're just going with it. The background, this is not like a vibey YouTube background, but you know what? This is real life, people, okay? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Rayanne. I'm a curve model and fashion blogger, digital entrepreneur, podcaster. Honestly, I kind of do everything. Whew. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't yet, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I have a new video up every single Sunday. And today's video is going to be an assumptions about me video. Partly because I realized I had no idea what I was going to post for this week's video. And also I saw Estee do this and I'm obsessed with her. And I was like, oh, that's a fun one. I'm going to do that one. I think we'll just get into it. So I asked on my Instagram the other day to submit assumptions you have about me. And I'm going to tell you if they're true or false. Let's start. Let's take a look here, shall we? A lot of these are really nice, and I'm very flattered because you all are so nice. Here's one. Boys you went to high school with thought you were a bitch because they were intimidated. I just don't know if boys I went to high school with knew I existed. Boys just weren't really interested in me in high school. I mean, I think maybe they were. I just had no confidence. I couldn't even fathom the fact that maybe they did. I don't think they thought I was a bitch though. My high school reunion is coming up, I think this summer. So 5 years. Oh my God, no, it's 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. I'll ask them and report back. You're an extremely loyal friend and truly value your gal pals. That is very, very true. I am loyal to almost a fault. Like if you cross me, you better watch it. I'm kidding. My family and my friendships mean everything in the world to me. You might be jealous of friends that are married with kids, or maybe you love your single life. I think if I was at a place where all of my close friends were married and have kids, I might start to feel jealous. But Christina is really my only friend that is married with a baby, Nico, who's the cutest baby in the whole world. Oh, I love him. But all of my really close friends are still single and in this same phase of life as me, dating. One friend, she just got engaged and I'm so happy for her, but I don't feel jealous because I have friends who are in the same season as me. And I was actually telling one of my friend Hannah, I was like, I'm so thankful that you're also single, because if I was the only single friend and everyone else was married and having kids, I do think it would be hard. So no, I'm not jealous. I'm actually really enjoying my single life right now. You would hate living in London because of the bad weather. Fun fact, I actually lived in London for a semester. I studied abroad there. I spent a lot of time in London actually. I've been back a few times. I love London. I do not really thrive there. It's very humid and my hair does very weird things. And even when it's cold, I get sweaty, like on the tube. So I don't look my best there and I don't feel my best there. But I really want to do a spring, summer in England. I just have honestly dreams of renting a cottage with my group of close friends and having wine and running through the fields and beautiful flowers and greenery like that. I will do that one day. Summer in London sounds so insanely beautiful. But no, I don't think I would live there. I love the sunshine way too much. You're not very good at cooking. That one is spot on. I'm not very good at cooking at all. I can basically make breakfast and that is about it. That's something I actually want to maybe work on this summer, learning how to cook a little better. You don't like getting dirty, like nature, hiking, changing oil on a car, etc. Okay, this is partly true and partly false. I love nature, I love hiking, I love getting dirty and doing that stuff. I am an adventure girl. I love it. Paddleboarding, hiking, all of that stuff. Sign me up. My friend and I went to Zion last summer and we did hiking, rock climbing, all this stuff. It was amazing. Not rock climbing, canyoneering. We did rented dune buggies and went through the sand dunes. It was amazing. I love that stuff. I will say after 3 days without showering, I'm kind of ready. I'm a 3-day camper without a shower and without a bathroom. If there's a shower and a bathroom, I could be there all month, you know? But when we're talking no shower, no bathroom, then I'm kind of okay. Are we going home yet? The part that is true is changing oil in a car. I have no idea how to change the oil. I don't know anything about cars, so I don't do that stuff. Your family is rich. I would not say my family is rich. I would say I was very privileged growing up, but money was always something that was of conflict and stress in my house. So the one area that my parents really sacrificed was they put us in private school. I was just remember feeling like I never had what what everyone else had. We always drove like used cars that would like break down in the carpooling and start smoking, and I would be so embarrassed as like everyone else was in their like BMWs and Lexuses and blah, blah, blah. Looking back now, I realize that your worth has nothing to do with that. And the other assumption that was kind of related to that is that my parents still help me financially, which is not true. The last thing that my parents still helped me with, up until like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was still on the family plan, the family phone plan, and my dad had the audacity to tell me I had to start paying my way. I said, no, thank you. I would like to politely decline that request. I am paying my own phone bill now. So I have zero ties to, my family doesn't give me any money. My family did help me when I first moved to California. I was literally could barely pay rent. Other than that, I am financially independent. I'm a financially independent woman, and it feels incredible that now I make money where I can pay for my dad's birthday dinner and do that sort of thing to repay my parents for everything that they've done for me. Okay, there are a few that are like, men love you. You pull left and right. And I think that means I pull guys left and right. Your sex life is rockin'. First of all, I am just very flattered that I'm putting out that energy. Like, I wish it was true, because it's not. I mean, I do think that, I don't want to say this. I have learned about myself recently. I can't really do casual. I don't have any interest in doing casual. Like, I have friends who are always talking to a bunch of guys, texting them, seeing them, and like, I just have no interest. Like, unless I really, really like you, I just don't feel the need to give you my time. Like, I'm never texting a bunch of guys or anything like that, because I just would rather not. That goes with like casual hookups as well. I just don't do well with those. But I will say I have discovered with a little confidence in my newly single life, I am pleasantly surprised by how many men are interested in me. Like, growing up, I felt like no guys were interested in me in high school, even college. And now I am like, this is fun. This is fun. And that's why I think I'm having a good time dating, because I'm like, oh my God, men like me, what's happening? But it's definitely not rockin', or I'm not like beating men away left and right. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. While you may be classy sipping mimosas, you can also shotgun beers. Absolutely. I was on this thing in my sorority in college. It was called Brew Crew, and it was basically like the girls who like drank the most, and we would like chug beers and do keg stands and like do it, like, we took it very seriously. Yeah, I could be classy and like, you know, sip on some fancy cocktails, but then also like going for like a long hike or a long bike ride and you're absolutely exhausted, and then just having like an ice cold beer. I love beer. Also, like Coronas on the beach with lime, like that's incredible. Oh, delicious. Yes, that one is true. You're a middle child. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I am a middle child. My older sister, Tori, my younger sister, Justine. Your hair is always perfect. No, absolutely not. That is false, 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 false. You never worked a 9 to 5. How did you get into influencing, basically? I did work a 9 to 5 for 2 years after college. I worked at a branding agency doing social media management and graphic design. And how I got into content creation, Christina and I did an entire podcast episode on this, so I will link that below for you. Yes, I did work a 9 to 5, and it was fun for a while, but I will never do that again. You weren't the cool girl in high school. No, I definitely wasn't the cool girl in high school. I feel like I was friends with like a bunch of different groups, and I wanted really badly to be cool, and I think I wasted a lot of my time trying to be cool. Like, I wish I could just go back and just like not care about that stuff, but I think that's just part of growing up. Everyone in high school freaking does that, and if you don't, you are the real cool one. But no, I was not cool in high school. Nope, nope. You're extremely neat and tidy. That is true. I am very neat, except like right now I was shooting earlier, so there's a bunch of stuff behind me, but I used to not be like this, but I think when you get older and you like spend money on rent and like making your apartment nice, like the furniture in your apartment, like, it's very important to me to have a clean space. And especially because I work in this space, like, it has to be neat, tidy, clean. I cannot handle when it's messy, dirty. No, so I've definitely become very kind of like type A and kind of a clean freak in that sense, 100%. There's a lot of ones on the Enneagram saying I'm a 7 on the Enneagram, and I actually have never done that. So I need to do that because I have no idea. You're fun to drink with. Absolutely, I'm a great time to drink with. I am a blast. Also a blast not drinking. You hate LA. If you said this to me like a year ago, I probably would have said yes. But no, I don't hate LA. I spent a few months in Denver and then came back to LA. I've actually just like had to really work on changing my mindset and just embracing how incredible it is that I get to live in Southern California for this time in my life, because I don't think I'll be here forever, because I do want to be close to family, but I have the beach. There's so many events, like there's so much going on that I actually do not hate LA. I'm actually loving it more than ever right now. You went through a tough journey before you became comfortable in your skin. Honey, haven't we all? I think we all have. And Christina and I again did an entire podcast episode on this, so I will link that one here at the bottom for you as well. You aren't interested in losing weight, just feeling strong and healthy. This one is like a yes and no. My main priority is feeling strong and healthy. But for me, I do feel like I'm at the higher side of my weight range. I can just feel it in my body. And I actually weighed myself for the first time in like a very, very, very long time, because I have been working so hard in the gym and like working out so much. I wanted to see like what my muscle mass was in comparison to body fat and that sort of thing, just so I can see my progress, because I do like to have those like numbers sometimes, not like just the number on the scale, because I don't think looking at the number on the scale tells you the full story, because you could be killing it in the gym and gaining muscle and you'll gain weight. But if you look at that number and you're like, oh my God, I gained weight, like there's more to the picture. But I do feel like I feel the best in my body at a little bit lower weight, but my main priority is being strong and healthy. And I just really enjoy working out. It makes me feel really, really good. And it's just part of my routine, part of my life. You never get self-conscious. That is very false. I get self-conscious. I was gonna say all the time, not all the time, but it's a common occurrence. That's part of life. I get self-conscious. I mean, if I say something weird, I'm like, oh my God, why did I just say that? Or meeting someone new, like if you're going on a date, like usually I feel pretty confident, but sometimes, I mean, we always get in our own heads on occasion. So everyone gets self-conscious. You're great at dating. That one, I don't even know how to answer. Sometimes I feel like, oh yeah, I got this down. And other times I feel like I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So I don't know how to answer that one, to be honest with you. You don't respond to trolls because you're too cool for that. Most of the time I don't, but sometimes I do, because it honestly really hurts my feelings, or it really affects me, and I feel like people should be held accountable. I do occasionally, but for the most part I don't, because it just drains my energy and makes me feel like I'm like, oh, in a funk and in a bad mood. Oh, some of these are just so nice. You've worked really hard at remaining soft, kind, and genuine. Fun, down to earth, friendly, interesting, and short fuse. Oh yeah, I actually do have a short fuse when I only get a short fuse in my like last relationship. Like I would get, like I have a temper, for sure have a temper. Only in that relationship. No other relationship have I had a short temper. So it's hard for me to say. You're still understandably influenced by diet culture. Yeah, I think so. I mean, diet culture is like rampant everywhere around us. I'm always learning, and yeah, there are definitely still things where I'm like, oh, maybe I need to do that, or maybe I need to try this, and not realizing that is like promoting diet culture. And for sure, like I'm very conscious of who I follow on social media, and like if I'm scrolling through TikTok and I'm seeing all these like girls like teeny tiny bikinis, like I just like to be aware of that. It's just good to be aware of. And of course, I'm like all of you, all of us women, like if you're inundated with that, you're gonna be affected by it. You prefer to shop, I'm singing again, what is wrong with me? You prefer to shop at bougie stores. I don't prefer to shop at bougie stores, but like I just find I've tried stores like Fashion Nova and Boohoo and things like that, and I just think the clothes are really shitty. They don't fit well. And I'm like, well, it just looks bad. So I would rather invest in quality pieces that are gonna make me feel really good, and I'm gonna wear them. Like I have this Reformation dress that I spent almost $300 on, but it's still one of my favorite dresses, and I wear it and I'm like, oh, I look so good, and it makes me feel so good. So yeah, I do tend to shop at bougier stores and spend a little bit more money on my clothes. But I have been getting really into like Depop recently and trying to find thrifted things as well, which is more affordable, which we love. I need to stop singing. I really need to I need to stop. This one is actually spot on. You truly value your alone time, but you thrive off of social interaction. Yes, like I love being social. Like I thrive off of that. Like I love being social. I love making new friends, going out with people, but at the same time, I love a weekend just home alone where I don't see anyone and I like just pitter putter around my apartment. You're the coolest person and very chill. You aren't awkward at all. I am so awkward. Like some things I do, I'm like, why did I just do that? That was the most awkward thing ever. No, trust me, I can be really awkward. I can be really, really, really awkward. So on that note, I think that is where we will end. That's it. That's it. Hopefully you learned a little something about me. Thanks for sending in the assumptions. I appreciate you. And yeah, I need some YouTube ideas. So if you have any videos you want to see from me as we go into like spring and summer, drop those in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you have an incredible week ahead of you. We are so blessed. Until then, catch me on the gram, catch me on TikTok. I'm there every day. I should just start singing instead of speaking. I'm singing just as much. So, okay, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you.